What's up, everybody? Silver here with another Halo Master Chief Collection Achievement Guide. This time we're doing Part 7 of Monopolized, which is to complete all of Halo 2's campaign on Legendary in under 3 hours. So to start off this level, regret, grenade jump off that box right there to start with a frag grenade. Slide jump up there. It's kind of tough. You got to crouch the whole way you're jumping up, and you kind of slide right up there to the top. Then wait for a second for your shield to go back up, and grenade jump up here. You want to grenade jump up and to the left because there's a ceiling. And then you want to take out these 5 jacker snipers, or sniper jackals. And they're going to be in 6 different positions. There's only 5, but there's 6 different places they're normally in. So you saw me take out one over there where I was looking just then. Sometimes there's 2, and he likes to hide, which is why I'm always looking back over there in case he is over there. But that's the last one. Turns out he was not there. I like to throw that plasma grenade there, so it distracts all the enemies down here. And then I frag jump over here. I have Sputnik on, so that jump is easy. Grab the beam rifle if it's fresher than yours, and there's always a plasma grenade there. Go right about here, throw a plasma grenade, and then jump on the railing about here, and an elite will spawn, and throw it right there to stick them. And you want to kill 6 people. There's only 5 you saw that I killed there from the Killtacular. So you want to turn around immediately and make sure you kill that 6th person. It may be that he actually fell off the map, but it may also be because you didn't kill him at all. So if you kill them quick enough, the Phantom that drops off the 2 hunters in that area will just disappear once it gets over there. And that's what we need to happen in order for us to get this going quicker than it would otherwise. So we're going to look at that Phantom. If it disappears, which it should right about there it goes. It always despawns at the same exact point of its animation. And now I'm hiding because there's a gondola next to me that has a bunch of enemies that is coming towards that point where we were over there, where the Phantom disappeared. And we're supposed to fight all those people over there, but we're just running right by them. So this is the gondola, obviously, that you don't even go on ever. But since we got on it, we're skipping a ton of people, we're despawning some people, and overall, it's just a better experience. 10 out of 10 would do again. But yeah, we could see them over there. There were some enemies in there. That's what we're hiding from. And the enemies that would normally be up here are actually gone as well. And you don't have to fight those pesky buggers.
A gondola is launching from the far towers. Big surprise.
Normally there's some jackal snipers, not jacker snipers, up here. And there's some grunts on the plasma turrets and just regular grunts. And there's also some shielded jackals. Jackals with those arm shields, not like elite shields. Don't get excited. But anyway, just I think you can make this jump, but I decided to wait for it to come up. Nice and safe. Checkpoint. You want to go in here. There's only 4 jackals. Jump up on this cargo crate. Jump up here. Jump up here. We're going to the top to get the fuel rod gun. Jump here. Jump up. There's a grunt. Sometimes he's asleep next to the fuel rod gun. Sometimes he's awake. Either way, kill him easily. Use the fuel rod to kill the jackals down there. And you want to stay up here for a second after killing the jackals, because if you're down there, the buggers will spawn in this room, but if you're up top, they will not spawn, which is awesome. So it saves time, saves effort. Look straight down the lift, throw a plasma grenade once the jackals spawn. And for whatever reason, the plasma grenade goes right through the ceiling of the elevator there and kills all 3 of them. So I don't know why, but I'm not complaining. Then we could just slip right through here, activate the elevator thing, and go right down. We don't have to deal with those guys at all. Well, we dealt with them, but we just didn't waste any time. So I skipped that part because it's like a minute and a half of not doing anything. You just stand in this elevator, which you don't need to see. No tactics there. Just don't kill yourself with plasma grenades or anything. Go up here. Go into this room. Jump down here. Assassinate this grunt. throw a frag grenade right about there, and then shoot a fuel rod right about there, and it kills everybody. And you can see those 2 grunts just actually popped into existence. They loaded right there, which I never saw before. Guess I never went through that area that quick before. I like to switch out for my fuel rod gun for a carbine right there. I didn't reload, and that was kind of bothering me that entire time I was watching that sequence. But anyway, follow this path, and you'll most likely be okay. Go to this room. The elites are 1 shot to the head to kill with a sniper because they have cloaked themselves. They are thereby weaker. You don't really need to take out the grunts. You just run right by them. Also, beware of that sword elite. A lot of times he likes to charge you. And you can see I just used the beam rifle to stun him as I passed him, and then I just finished him off with the carbine. Again, I skipped ahead because you don't need to watch me stand around for a minute or two for that elevator to go to where it needs to go. Assassinate that guy, grab his sword, and then wait a second for that elite to pass, and then jump by. Go past those 4 sleeping grunts. Don't be scared or anything if the grunts talk. They're just sleep talking. Jump up here, jump to the right of that rock, jump to the right of this, fall down here, go in between that rock and that wall, take a left, and you get a checkpoint right about here. If you go fast enough, there's no jackal sniper here, but sometimes there is, so watch out for that. You also want to grab these rockets. I died a couple times here, which you saw my time went up significantly. I died from the Banshees, and then I died from the fuel rod grunts, which we're going to face right now. Also be aware that sometimes a couple grunts and a couple jackals spawn at the bottom of this gondola for whatever reason. I haven't seen it happen in a long time, but they do that occasionally, so I'm not sure what triggers that. So now we're just taking out the Banshees. Sometimes they're 1-hit kills, and sometimes they're 5 or 6 hit kills, so we're hoping they're 1 or 2. 1 is rare, but we'll go with 2. And they're both 2-hit kills, so that's nice. That's great. So at this point, grab the sniper. You could use the sword later. Sniper and rockets. Just soften up those guys over there. With the rockets, it gets them to poke their heads out. And your priority are the fuel rod grunts, because obviously they could just destroy you, and they basically blind you with all the shots they fire at once. It's like it's coming out of a hose when they fire at you. They don't have to reload, I don't think. It's kind of crazy. And then your next priority are the jetpacking elites, and then lastly there's the grunts with just plasma pistols, so nothing too crazy with them. You could see he was looking at me and firing for a long time, and I think he only got 1 shot in on me. But this next section, there's a bunch of jackals and grunts up here on the plasma turrets. And I have Boom and Sputnik on, by the way. I should have mentioned that earlier. I also have Pinata, but who cares about Pinata? Boom increases the blast radius of explosions, and Sputnik halves the physics. Cuts in half the physics. So I locked on with those rockets. The second one I missed, but the locking on process, but killed everybody except 1 just because the boom skull was on. Ignore any messages from any friends of yours. We got regret to kill here, man. No, I'll answer it in a second. I do have to kill regret, though. So take out your sword here. Sword lunge at that grunt as fast as you can. It just saves a little bit of time because lunging is faster than walking. Throw a plasma grenade at your feet there around that corner and then over there to stop any elites from firing at you, at least immediately. They'll try to dodge or just avoid those grenades instead of looking at you. So regret is always at the end of the hallway here, or temple, whatever this is. So the first hit is always easy. There's really nothing in your way. But then you gotta smack them 4 more times. So It's kind of random and annoying. You could see my time went up like 2 or 3 minutes because just from the fact that I died a couple times in here. It's kind of annoying that it's so dependent on just randomness, because he could either spawn next to you or he could spawn on the other end of the hall with a bunch of elites in the way. He could spawn somewhere, you board him, and then he drops you off in the arms of a loving elite, and they show their love by cutting your head off, so that's not cool. Or they could also, instead of having sword-wielding elites spawn, there could be plasma rifle-wielding elites, which is not cool at all because they could kill you from up close and across the map, so that sucks. So you kind of got to get a little bit lucky in this section. It's kind of annoying since it's at the end of the level. It'd be nice if we could get that random crap out of the way in the beginning, and then we could actually focus on skill and things we could predict and prepare for. But just keep on trucking, and my time was about 17:30 or 17:49, I think is exactly what it was. So I did lose a little bit of time on here, on this level, but that's okay because we have a bunch of levels that we can make up that time on, and I also made up a bunch of time already. I think I made up about 34 minutes, and I needed 30 minutes to get under the 3 hours, or be on pace for under 3 hours. So I'm looking good. I think I'm under the 3 hour pace if I just hit par times at this point, but I'll show you how to save times on other levels that are much easier to save time on. If you get a good time on Regret and Gravemind, you should be in really good shape, because then you could easily shave off a bunch of minutes on other levels. So, and you can see if I didn't die a couple times in the Regret room and also on the last Gondola, I would have easily gotten under the par time here even. So, but enough rambling. Thanks for watching. Click like and subscribe, and I'll see you for Sacred Icon, which is the next one, and that one is pretty easy, so see you then.